Where are we?
At exactly 6:13 in the morning, Mama Ijeoma looked into her mirror and screamed. Not because she saw a ghost, not because she saw a strange face, but because she saw nothing at all. The mirror was reflecting her bedroom perfectly, the wooden wardrobe, the blue curtains, even the small crack on the wall behind her. Everything was there, except her. Mama Ijeoma froze. She slowly raised her right hand. The empty mirror remained still. She touched her face, then she touched the mirror. Nothing. "Jesus," she whispered. She ran outside without even putting on her shoes. "Everybody, come outside! Something is wrong with the mirrors!" Her neighbors rushed out. "What happened?" Mama Ijeoma pointed toward her house. "Look for yourself." One of the women entered the room and stared into the mirror. She screamed. Then another woman checked her own reflection. Gone. Within minutes, the entire village of Umuoma was in chaos. Men ran from house to house. Women carried their mirrors into the streets. The barber smashed his shaving mirror against the ground, but even the broken pieces showed the same thing. The village was there, but the people were not. Nobody understood what was happening. Until the village chief, Chief Okoro, walked into the square. He demanded silence. "What is going on here?" No one answered. Then an old woman at the back of the crowd slowly stepped forward. Her name was Mama Nworie. She was nearly 80 years old, and for as long as anyone could remember, she had been warning the villagers about one thing: the mirrors. She looked around at the frightened faces and sighed. "I warned you this day would come." The crowd became silent. Chief Okoro frowned. "What day?" Mama Nworie looked directly into his eyes. "The day the mirrors stopped lying." A murmur passed through the crowd. Chief Okoro laughed nervously. "What nonsense are you talking about?" But Mama Nworie didn't smile. She pointed toward the abandoned house at the edge of the village. "Go there." Everyone turned. Nobody had entered that house in more than 20 years. Mama Nworie continued. "There is one mirror in that house that has never stopped showing the truth." A young woman named Amara stepped forward. "What truth?" The old woman stared at her. "The truth about why this village was built." She paused. "And the truth about the person who was never supposed to return." Amara felt a chill run through her body. "Who?" Mama Nworie opened her mouth to answer, but before she could speak, every mirror in the village suddenly shattered at the same time. "Crash!" the villagers screamed, and from the direction of the abandoned house came the sound of someone laughing. Amara looked at the house. Then she heard a voice whisper her name. "Amara." She turned around. Nobody was standing behind her. The voice came again, closer this time. "Amara, you were never supposed to find me." Amara's heart began pounding. She looked down. The voice wasn't coming from the abandoned house. It was coming from the broken mirror at her feet. She picked up a small piece of glass. For a moment, she saw nothing. Then slowly a reflection appeared. It was her, but something was wrong. The reflection wasn't copying her movements. Amara raised her hand. The reflection remained completely still. Then it smiled. Amara dropped the glass. "Who are you?" The reflection whispered. "You already know." Amara shook her head. "No, I don't." The reflection's smile disappeared. "You were here before." Amara stepped backward. "That is impossible." Then the mirror showed her something she had never seen before. A much younger Mama Nworie, a group of villagers, and a young man standing beside the abandoned house. Amara stared at him. She recognized the face. It was the face of the man in an old photograph her mother had kept hidden for years. Her father. But Amara's father had supposedly died before she was born. She ran to Mama Nworie. "Who was that man?" The old woman closed her eyes. "Your father." Amara froze. "My father is dead." Mama Nworie shook her head. "No." "Then where is he?" The old woman pointed toward the abandoned house. He was the first person who discovered what the mirror could do. Amara's voice trembled. What can it do? Mama Nworie looked at the broken glass in Amara's hand. It doesn't show your face, she paused. It shows the truth you are hiding from yourself. Amara returned to the abandoned house. Inside, she found the old mirror. Unlike every other mirror in the village, it was still intact. She stood before it. This time, her reflection looked exactly like her. Then the reflection whispered, Ask yourself why you were brought to this village. Amara suddenly remembered something, a memory from childhood. Her mother holding her hand, running through the rain, someone shouting behind them. Then her mother whispering, Never, never let them know who your father was. Amara stepped away from the mirror. Everything suddenly made sense. Years ago, the village elders had hidden the truth about her father. He hadn't died. He had disappeared after discovering that Chief Okoro and the elders had stolen land belonging to his family and built Umuoma on it. They forced him to leave and made everyone swear never to speak about him again. But they couldn't erase the truth, the mirror remembered. And after 20 years, it had finally revealed everything. Amara walked back into the village square. Everyone was waiting. She looked directly at Chief Okoro. You knew. The chief said nothing. You knew my father was alive. His silence was enough. The villagers began whispering. Chief Okoro finally lowered his head. We were afraid of what would happen if the truth came out. Amara looked around at the villagers. And that's why the mirrors stopped reflecting us. Mama Nworie nodded. They weren't broken. She looked at the chief. They simply refused to lie anymore. At that moment, something strange happened. One by one, the mirrors around the village began to reflect the villagers again. Mama Ijeoma looked into hers. Her reflection had returned. The barber looked into his. His face was there. Everyone cheered, but Amara wasn't celebrating. She looked at Chief Okoro. He was standing in front of the largest mirror in the village, and something was terribly wrong. The mirror was still empty. Chief Okoro slowly stepped closer. No, he touched the glass. Nothing. Mama Nworie looked at him sadly. Your reflection hasn't returned because there is still one truth you haven't confessed. The chief's face went pale. Before he could answer, a voice came from the abandoned house. Now you remember. Everyone turned. The door of the abandoned house slowly opened by itself. Amara stared into the darkness, and for just a moment she saw a man's silhouette standing inside, her father's silhouette. Then the door closed. Amara ran toward it. But when she opened the door, there was nobody there. Only the old mirror remained. She looked into it one final time. Her reflection smiled, and this time it whispered, The truth always finds its way home. From that day forward, the people of Umuoma never looked at a mirror the same way again, because they had learned one lesson they would never forget. A mirror can hide your face, but it can never hide the truth.